How's it going, everybody? I'm here today to show you a pretty cool trick. If you're anything like me and a big Android nerd, you're probably going to appreciate what I'm going to show you. The first thing you're going to need to do, though, is root your device. R-O-O-T, root. If you don't know what it is, Google it. It's not hard to find instructions on how to root your phone. Pretty much every Android device out there has a way to do it. And the best way to do that is to look at a website called xdadevelopers.com. I'll link you in the description below. Anyway, the little tip I'm going to show you today is how to change the user interface sounds of your phone. So things like the lock sound. Mine is set up to sound something like a Galaxy S3, even though what I have here is a Galaxy S2 LTE or Skyrocket, as it's otherwise known. But a lot of people don't like that sound. A lot of people think that water drip is pretty annoying. Personally, I'm not really one of them, but I like to muck around with my phone and just be a nerd, like I said. So after you do root your device, what you're going to need to do is get a file explorer that has root options. So my favorite is ES File Explorer. It's free in the market, does the job, and it does it well. When you go into ES, you can open up settings, and at the bottom it's got a list of root settings. So this is key. It allows you to the root folders of your system, and it allows you to mount folders to it and from it. So basically it lets you copy and paste files from one place right to the system folder. So I'll show you what I mean. So right now I'm looking at the SD card, what you can normally access on any device, but when it's rooted, what I've done now is gone up to the root files of my phone. So it allows me access to things like in system, media, audio, UI. I can go in and I can replace sounds like the unlock, the power on, the sound it makes when I plug in the power source, and I'll show you that stuff in just a minute. But what I'm going to do is show you how to replace those files. And I'm going to do it by replacing the original unlock file. So unlock.ogg is the sound I'm going to replace. So I'll just let you hear it. So that's the sound. So another thing you're going to need is an application like Zedge. It's quick, it's easy, it's got hundreds of thousands of sounds, and basically you can take any sound, any ringtone, any notification sound, any MP3 sound, and use it to replace your UI. So I'm going to do a search of unlock. Now I already have this sound downloaded. I'm going to show you what you do. So find the sound that you want. I want this one, Scary SMS. So that's the sound I want to hear when I unlock my phone. So what you want to do is hit the download button, and once it's downloaded to your phone, you can go into ES File Explorer, and you want to go back to the SD card. The SD card is where things get stored, things like apps, pictures, video, things like that. So at the very bottom I have, oops, not Zipper, Zedge. Folder for Zedge, notifications. So this is where my sounds are going to go. The one that I've downloaded, I've already renamed it, but what you want to do is rename the file that you download. So let's say I wanted this zombie one. Everybody knows that. So if I wanted to, I could actually make that any sound on my phone I wanted it to be. But I've downloaded that scary SMS and I've renamed it to unlock.ogg because that's what the unlock sound is called in the System Media UI folder. So what I'm going to do is copy this sound. So I'll see if I can play it for you first. Oh, you know what? That's a different one, but I'm going to use it. So that's a car unlock rather than that scary one I downloaded, but I'm going to use it. So I'm going to copy that, go to my System, Media, Audio, and UI. Now the unlock here is the water drip. So right now when I unlock my phone, that's what you hear. But what I'm going to do is paste in the new one, and it's going to ask me, do I want to overwrite it? Yes, I do. So I've overwritten that file. Now another thing you can do is, before you replace that sound, you can rename it. So I usually rename stuff to original, like here, power off, or power on. That's one I've already replaced that I'm going to show you. But the original one, that's my Samsung Power On sound. I renamed it to Power On Original, so I didn't lose it. And the one I've replaced it with, I've renamed it Power On, just like the unlock one I just replaced. Now before you can go further, you have to touch and hold, go down to Properties, and make sure the permissions read RWRR. And you can hit change, and you can make sure it's R for read, W for write for the user, and then it's readable and writable for the group and the other. So it has to be set to those permissions for it to work. Hit OK. I don't know if it's going to change right away. Nope. It's still the original sound because what you have to do now is reboot the phone. So what I'm going to do is reboot the phone to show you the power on sound that I've replaced already, and then I'll show you that the sound that I just replaced now has been changed. Now, like I said, I don't have the best setup here. I don't have the best camera, or actually I don't have any video software yet. So just bear with me while my phone reboots. You'll hear the power on sound, and then I'll show you the unlock sound that we just changed. It should be the car, the beep beep. And then I'll also show you the sound I changed it to when I plug in the USB power cord. Something I've also done as well. So just bear with me. So here it goes. I hope you can hear it. I know it's a little dirty, but I find it hilarious. So it's just something you can do when, like I said, you have root access to those folders of your phone. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Now there's not a lot of customized sounds like this with custom ROMs, which I'm surprised. I think more developers should include something like this in the ROM. I think it'd be funny. So now when I unlock my phone, it should have a different sound. And it does. So rather than being the water drip, I've got that unlock sound. And I'll quickly show you the sound when I plug in the USB.
Do that again.
So again, kind of dirty, but hilarious. And again, it's something you can do with root and the right applications. So, hope that helped. I hope it gave you guys some good ideas on what to do. And if you need to ask me any questions on anything, just hit me up in the comment section below, and I'll give you guys a link to XDA if you want to know anything more about cool things you can do with your phone. Alright guys, till next time.